Good morning, everyone. So today we are from Lex 2049 Group 29, and today we are going to discuss our third discussion video, which we will select two news about the technology section in our news publication. So firstly, we will introduce ourselves first. My name is Yeoh Xian, matric number 193,063.
And my name is KIONG, matric number 194750.
My name is Lu Yingjie, matric number 194692.
My name is Eng Yan Jia, matrix number 193856.
My name is Eng Yuan, matric number 19062.
My name is Noani SYAHIRAH and my matric number is 192037.
Hi, my name is AINA MARDIAH binti Mohamed NAWI and my matrix number is 192300.
My name is WARITH ZAHOR. My matrix number is 204913.
I found a news in the Reuters news. I think this is a UK news, but this news is about a China company, Hanwang Technology, which developed the country first fashion recognition technology that can identify people even though they are wearing masks. Because we know that now everyone is wearing masks because of the COVID-19, right? And this, I think this technology is very convenient because they can recognize the people even though they are wearing masks, and the accuracy rate is also quite high, which is 95%.
So they use it to like recognize people who are doing bad things.
Bad thing is what?
So what is the use for
this one can be used like for the entrance to the office building or CCTV. From this news article stated that lah.
Okay.
So are they using it or they plan to use it?
Or they already use it. I think in China. Yeah.
Okay, so for me, I found an article from The Guardian. I think is Europe country. It's about Commonwealth countries. They plan to use satellite technology to help them monitor and protect the endangered coral reefs in the ocean from threats such as climate breakdown and overfishing. So how they use it is they use a high-resolution satellite image, and the data were analyzed to allow the scientists or the government to detect and monitor the health of the coral reef, like they can see it from the satellite, to like protect them from from death or pollution like that.
Oh. That means you just see only, not like got solution to protect them.
I think they just like determine it, like analyze from time to time to prevent the coral reefs from extinction.
I'm giving the third news. So I found news about the Star from the Star, a woman using a drone to look for her son's body in the Mexico's killing fields. And it's talking about a woman's son called Roy was kidnapped on the morning of January 2011 by armed men who came to their home in the northeastern state of Nuevo Leon. And his son is about 19 at that time. So she want to find back her son because mostly her son is being killed after that kidnap. So she decided to learn how to look for the signs of the son's shallow grave by the metal rods to detect the decaying corpse underground. But then she even teamed up with other victims' relatives to buy the drone. The drone is a plane like the small plane like machine to look to take picture, and then she able to find some sizes, but until now she haven't able to find her son's body lah. But this is a technology to help her to look for the signs of the traces of the decaying body like that. Yeah, so in 2011. So until now there are 9 years from the time her son is being kidnapped. Yeah, that's the news about the drone.
So means the drone can detect the decaying bodies or
the drone helps her to take picture of the surface of the ground. So that means help her to not really needed her to look for the signs by her own by walking to that ground. She can use the drone even in the lakeside or something somewhere dangerous a bit like that.
Drone. This is actually from an SN News. So the news is about Australian researchers using drones to protect sea turtles. Actually, they are tracking the sea turtles. So this happened at Rainy Island in Australia. So usually they have been struggling to keeping track of each lay eggs of the sea turtles, and they each day in a single night they will always count to about 23,000 of eggs, and they have to mark each egg with marking with non-toxic soluble paint to make it more easily track them in the ocean. However, they found it difficult to do the tracking in a boat during the rough weather, so they decide to use a drone, and what they record it under sea lah for the sea turtle, and they found out usually they record about 23,000 sea turtles by tracking each one by one. But by using the drone, they found out that the population of the sea turtles is actually double of what they usually track. So it means they found out about 60,000 of green turtles actually under sea. So they decided from now on to use drone because it is easier, safer, much more accurate, and the data can be immediately and permanently stored. So yeah, that's my news.
Functioning by taking picture also.
Yes, they take pictures and then they can track each one of the marked sea turtles.
My news is from BBC News on 10 June of 2020. So the title is Developers Warns VR Headset Could Damage Eyesight. So the developer named Danny Man is a virtual reality developer for 4 years, and he usually used the VR headset for 6 hours a day. So after a visit to optometrist, he confirmed that his eyes acts like dyslexia, and the optometrist prescribed him the glasses that usually for the 40 years old. And the VR headset also can cause the nausea, dizziness, seizure, eye or muscle twitching. So that's it for me.
It's about the VR headset can cause something negative impact lah.
Yes.
My news is about ways beacons is now in Malaysia to help the driver to navigate in tunnel and underground roads. So before that, if we go into tunnel, we cannot use the GPS, right? So this technology help us to use the GPS in tunnel. So it's before that is in Southeast Asia and now come to Malaysia already, and it's a Bluetooth based device. In the news it write is cost effective, battery operated, and use low energy only, but I don't know how much it costs, but it's just state that cost effective. So that's from me, my news. The source is from Loya.
That means we use GPS but not basing on our data connection.
Yes, it's a Bluetooth,
But
but it didn't
but
mention
Bluetooth,
how it operates.
how
I
to
don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
But now
no,
we are using Bluetooth also without data, right?
Mhm.
for the GPS or what?
I mean, if you use Bluetooth, you don't have to use data for like when
You
the
mean
function.
I can open the map, but then the data is closed, it's okay, it's still functioning, right?
Mhm.
I don't know.
But sometimes my phone will tell me to turn on the data connection for the GPS usage.
Oh.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
GPS need to use data, but from YUAN, this news I think is special in because it can be used without the using of data, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Means the using Bluetooth instead of data.
No,
Correct.
GPS,
Yeah.
GPS.
Oh,
GPS.
yeah, okay.
We have one member, right? Maybe
She
connection
is
not good,
lost.
right?
Well,
I think we just proceed and wait for her.
Okay.
Okay.
So next one.
Okay, guys, my news is about Google has added a feature to its Map app designed to help people minimize their exposure to COVID-19. With public transport service operation at a minimum capacities and on reduced schedules in many cities around the world, Google intends to make it easier to access information such as how crowded a train station may be. This information is critical for essential workers who need safely navigate to their workplace. Google say when looking up public transit direction for a trip that is likely to be affected by pandemic restriction, the app will show relevant alerts from local transit agencies. Driving alerts are also being introduced on the apps to let users know about checkpoints and restrictions along their routes, such as when making national border crossing. And those who visiting healthy center will also be warned about the different requirements during a visit to minimize the number of people turned away. Therefore, in May, Apple and Google also launched a joint toolkit, the Exposure Notification API, which is designed to help public health agencies to build privacy focus on coronavirus contact tracing app. And my news source is ENT News. That's all, guys.
So what is Google?
Google Map.
Anyone knows? It's a website or what?
You
No,
mentioned
it's a
Google
map.
company.
Map.
It's
Google
a
Map.
map. Google Map.
Google Map.
Sorry.
Yes, there's a feature has been added inside it to minimize the exposure to COVID-19.
Sorry, what's the technology again? The technology they use to minimize it, the exposure.
No, it's just a Google Map. but they add something inside, so as when you want to go to the hospital, they just give you a necessary warning that you need to follow this and this to avoid a crowd of people.
Oh, so I can go to the hospital easier lah, so I can decide what time and which hospital should
Yes.
I go into.
My news is about TikTok, and the title is TikTok copycat removed from the Google Play Store. And the news is from the BBC News. So basically, it talks about the Google has removed a video app called YING, ZYN, from its Play Store as it has been stealing content from other apps. And the TikTok Style app is an app that offers cash payout to users who sign up and watch video, and has become one of the most downloaded apps. However, there is a number of complaints from the social media influencers who claim their videos are being posted without permission. And many popular TikTok users, some even with millions of followers, have come forward claiming that accounts pretending to be them have begun appearing on YING. Therefore, YING was removed from the Play Store by Google due to huge number of complaints. And I would like to say that it's common for the scammers to impersonate celebrities on social media, and reposting other people's content without credit has also long been an issue online. However, in my opinion, the scammers on YING are really stupid, as the copy video has timestamped with that before the app launched in the public. And YING was officially launched in the Apple App Store on 7th of May, and it was first installed by Google Play users on 5th of May. However, one of the impersonator accounts had uploaded their first post with timestamps on 19th of February. At first, I thought this news is very funny, as the impersonators are so stupid. However, I now just want to advise all the internet users like you and me to be more careful, as the scammers can easily get our information online and do something bad to us. So that's all from my news. Thank you.
So it's about the privacy issue on using the apps. What is the name of the apps again?
The app is ZYN, but the link is removed from the Play Store already. But I think it's first launched is there.
Already removed.
Just because there are so many copycat post others video like.
Can proceed on choosing two news for this technology section. So we have our final decision, which is the first and the second news. The first one will be the news in China, the technology that can recognize people who are wearing the mask. And the second one will be the use of the satellite image to detect the health of the coral reef. So we have to elaborate a bit about why we are choosing these two news. Because of the interesting part of this technology, right?
I think so.
Because I know why the first one. Because the first one I choose it because it's a bit. It really really advanced technology to like recognize people who are wearing the mask because the face is not really fully exposed to the camera.
So that's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.